Good morning, guys. Might be a short stream today. Can't promise much, but I'll be here. I'll be here for the time being, just watching, analyzing the markets. Let's take a quick look at the daily. Let's take a quick look at the monthly. Let's take a quick look at the hourly. I think it's important to do a top-down analysis every single day. Still on this trend line. Well, maybe not. Let's see. Extend this drawing. Still somewhat on this trend line. We don't know what we want to do here. The market breaks out of this trend line, we could see a push closer to maybe 13K. Very possible. But 500 points in one day is quite the stretch. But we could maybe make a push. You see that there's this little bit of a support that could turn into a resistance here at 1218. Can make a note of that. Sorry, not 1218. What am I saying? 12816. Can make a note of that. 1281. It's not that far off actually. We'll do 12800. Write that here. Modify text. Support into resistance on daily. Something about this that I am not a fan of. Go here. It should bounce off of here, in all fairness, I think. I think we should bounce off of here. And if we look at the hourly, I know we're selling off quite a bit right now. But let's take a look at the hourly. We're coming up on, let's make this bigger, but I want to show you guys the hourly. So even on an hourly, we have this, oops. Extend that. So even on the hourly, we are flush with this trend line here on the hourly. If we want to make a move higher, this is where we're going to have to bounce off of. Absolutely, yes, 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 yes. This is the move that we're going to have to bounce off of. If I go here, this looks like it already broke. Maybe we can do it like this. I think this is a clearing one. It's not gospel. It's not, it's not written in stone, but this looks like a nice one over here. Creating some sort of a channel, perhaps. Maybe. Again, not the cleanest, but whatever. We don't need to be too clean. Just need to get a general sense and direction of the market. Because we're day trading these, we're not necessarily swing trading, so we have to be quite accurate with our entries anyway. But if you get a general sense of where the market's going, whether, if we broke this trend line, then I'll be looking for short entries. If we're still rallying off of this trend line, I'll be looking for long entries. That's just kind of how I am looking at things. Do this, make sure I got my trusty pen out, just in case I need to draw something. So ATR is 18. I'm okay with this 110 point and figure based on the ATR. We've established the initial balance of 60. That's a tight initial balance compared to yesterday's initial balance. we had a very wide initial balance, and that became a range day, right? The wider the initial balance, the higher the probability of it being a range day. So you'd want to sell at the top, buy at the lows. That's kind of what we did, although I tried buying this top for a breakout. That didn't work. I think I'm gonna do trade reviews with you guys. If anybody's watching, make a comment if you guys would like to see that. I think I might just do it anyway, whether or not you guys would see this or not, doesn't matter. But I think the benefit of which is I can take a few trades, whatever trades I take in the morning, I can live stream a quick 10, 15, 20-minute trade review. That way, if there's anything that you guys missed in the morning, we can kind of go over the trades, the winners, the losers, why I think they were bad trades, why I think they were good trades. I think that would benefit a lot, and I think it would give you guys a good idea as to how to review your trades and how to think about your trades and how to think about improvement. So we're coming up on T+1. Interesting, we had rejected off T+2 here. We could take a quick scalp off T+1 around here. Let's take a quick scalp if we do manage to come down here. I think would be interesting. We have one at 91. We'll do one at 89. Quick scalp. I don't know if this was the bounce off of T+1, but we'll see. Let's do something here. This is a bigger rectangle overnight. Already broke 510. Definitely want to retest the low of this one for sure. I think we could potentially bounce off of this if there is a big player here. But everything points to us being within yesterday's value for now, unless we start making a push lower. But just consider this. It's a big buying tail. I think, well, maybe not a big buying tail compared to this. I think at 60 points, and then from here 509 all the way down to, yeah, it's 60-60, so it's quite equal, quite balanced here yesterday. Look at this as a buying tail, right? Anything outside of value, anything below the value area low would be considered as a buying tail. Anything above would be considered as a selling tail. The logic behind that is if you leave this value area, if you leave the value area low, you leave behind it some volume. So obviously you have a lot of buyers here that have pushed the market up. And so the bigger this is, the further we pushed away, leaving a bigger buying tail, right? The stronger the move. So we're establishing a rotation here. I see that. Maybe we're going to break out of this. I don't know, I don't know if it's wise to be buying here, but this could potentially be a head fake or a fake out. Leave that here. So I like the potential fake out here because of T+1, although T+2 is the stronger of the two lines. But let's just see what happens here. Coming up on IB low as well. Careful to manage our risk. I want to see a bounce off of this. If I don't see a bounce off of this, then we are in hot diggity water. Not too good. Building some volume. I want to see us come right back up real quick. If we don't come back up quick, then we're leaving behind a lot of volume, and that's not good. I want to see us reverse off of this volume. So this is a down bar. If we rotate off of this down bar with this amount of volume, then you're going to have a lot of trap traders down here. So T+1 looking like it's providing some good support. The IB low of yesterday is providing decent support as well. We have quite a few confluences here for us to reverse back. We got some buying up here, which is good. That could be seen as absorption though, right? So we want to see this come back down, go back up. Let's go. These guys are getting trapped. They are getting stopped out from here. But you just want to see this push. You want to see this whoosh right back here into 499 into this box. Well, if we get into this zone real quick, that would be potentially bad for sellers. Looks to me like there's a lot of volume. Now I need to know, is this volume going to be absorbed by sellers? If sellers are happy to provide liquidity here, then going short might be the way to go today. Might be the way to go today. I don't know. Let's see. Push. Now these are stops, right? We're getting out of the zone. We have stops coming in. See how far we can go from here. 15 is my target. Get out. That's all right. A quick trade here. I think I got to take quick trades. I'm very good at taking quick trades. I'm very bad at holding my trades. If we come back down around 99, I'm a buyer. I'm buying again, simply because this is where the stops kind of started. Or you don't want it to go back below here, essentially. I want to try something real quick here, guys. Let me try to change this. So now we're looking at it from a tick by tick basis. Okay. See, it's very difficult to read this. Very difficult to read these, but ooh, a lot of stops here. I think it's a lot cleaner to read. Like, well, not, I wouldn't say cleaner, but you get to see what's happening on a tick by tick basis in Nasdaq. I think this is why I should be trading ES, but I can't for the life of me make money on ES because it moves so slow. So what I did here, what you guys were seeing before, was Nasdaq being aggregated into one point. So 4 ticks aggregated into one point. And now what I did was I just widened the parameters, right? So now each tick is 0.25 as it should be. But if I use each tick as 0.25 on the footprint, it becomes very difficult to read the order flow, and it's very volatile that way. So this is aggregated to one point. You can see on the price ladder, it's 499, 500, 501, 502, 03, 04. So it goes up by 1 point. But if I spread this out wide, man, you guys would be looking at it like, you know, your eyes wouldn't stop going up and down here. It'd be very difficult to read. So notice before what happened, we got a bunch of stops over here. You can see by the negative delta, and the fact that this delta is all highlighted, which means that these were all stops. 100, you see 100% of this move was, you know, was selling. All this selling and then shoot straight up. It's actually interesting. I haven't noticed this before. It's very difficult to notice these types of moves on full 1 point footprint. I will definitely have to filter these out to see if I can find. Let's see if we can find a very heavy delta and what happens after a very heavy delta. Get 100 or close to 100%. Let's see if we can get like a, yeah, that's really cool. 75% of this. No, not much. Interesting. Do you see 100%? I don't see any 100%. That was the only 100% that I saw. 87%, but that's on 16 volume. That was very quick. This, though, 100% of this rotation on significant volume of, I wouldn't say significant, but you know, relatively. Here, 162, 178. That's funny. A lot of stops were taken here, came right back down, and then stops again, and then whoosh, crazy stuff. Anyways, what's happening now? See how wide this has become? Now it's very difficult to read. You got to be really quick to look at it this way. See, if you go long here, you would have been offside straight away. It's very difficult to read it this way. But that being said, we had a few tests over here. One, I don't know if we tested here, but I'll have to check the footprint. Let me change the setting back to 1 point. Much cleaner. This rotation, test, test, test. These are all tests here. You could potentially create something like this. Rotation basis. Just for visual. Right? Maybe, yeah, it makes sense to want to go long here at the bottom of this rotation. That is a big down bar though. These are a lot of trap traders around here. Maybe not a significant volume, but you know, to see something go up this fast and then come back down, maybe not the most dangerous simply because you don't have much volume up here. Let's get cheeky with this. I'm going on 2 though. This is more like a punt. I just want to see what happens here. I think we could technically go back up from here simply because trend line, bottom of the rotation, and this was not necessarily a strong up bar. So this down bar was not really strong as well. Ooh, that sweep there. You saw that? Sweeped and barely. We sweeped and right away you got that sweep, and then right away you saw the market go right back up. So it's definitely fighting to go higher. Potential trap traders down here because of the structure of this rotation. See this build volume and go up, but there's absorption here. For whatever reason, there is some absorption down here. This could get ugly if we break this trend line. This could get really ugly. Don't want to preempt it though. No. I don't like this. Don't like this. Get a bit of a pullback if I can get out. Yep. A lot of trap traders here. A lot of trap traders. Understand this. Understand this type of dynamic here. A lot of trap traders. Wow. Trap traders here might want to be getting out as well. So this has the potential to go up to 15 again. This dynamic is important to realize, guys. You have this big B shape at the bottom of a move on a down bar. It's important. We come back down below 89. That's my stop at this point. I don't want this to go back down below here. 91, 90, this is a good area. 89 might be a bit too tight though. It might be a bit too tight. Let's just bring it down to 88, but I think this can go up. I think at least 505. At least maybe a retest of this trend line. Okay, no worries. Had the chance to scratch that, we didn't. I'll leave this line just for a bit longer. So let's be careful here. I mean, we broke T+1. We tested it a couple times. We broke it, and it just seems like we want to go lower. Where could this target be, right? 82. We go down below 82. We're taking out a lot of people out of the game. Can continue maybe even down to 465. Maybe at the very least 448. Right here, this swing low. So we don't push back up from here. No, that's not good. Bit late on that one. Some buying coming in. It's got absorbed twice, guys. Twice. Oh, I think I got trapped. I think I got suckered into this the same way others got suckered into it. This will go lower. Whoa, a lot of stops here. Some data come out today? I don't think so. Job openings, but come on. Nothing wild. Let's go. I think we can break this. There weren't any important data that just came out. I don't understand. Unless I'm mistaken. What was this job openings? Ooh, big selling here. Big selling here. Don't like that. This guy can get underwater if we go above it though. What do we do wrong? I think after the seller came in, I should have gotten out. Simple as that. No excuses. Simple as that. Let's take a look at the daily. We are still on this trend line. It's still not bearish. Despite what it looks like, it's still not bearish. Let me take a quick look at my hourly. Hourly is very bearish though. Holy shoot. Hourly is incredibly bearish. Take a look at this. This is really bearish right here. We broke it straight down. Spent some time below, and then we broke right into it. Now we're coming up on yesterday's value area low. Sorry, this week's value area low. depending on what we want to do, it's very important to see if we actually break. So 460. If we come back above 460, uh, I think we can look to buy. I'll be honest with you guys, I kind of got distracted on that last trade and then saw price just capitulate on me. Bad mistake. We're not down too bad though. So yesterday you saw me try to catch a falling knife, and I think today we're not going to make the same mistake. I think today, looking at the structure of this, everything points to bearish. Let's try to go with the trend here. Don't want to chase this though, but I do want to see if I can get a short entry at 430. See this potential reversal though, just based on the order flow. We are coming up on the low of the week. That's quite significant, 12,400. We break this low, it's really, really bad. You want to go long, you go long here. You want to go short, you definitely go short below. Just keep an eye out on ES, see what the ES is doing. If ES is making new lows, and Nasdaq will definitely follow suit. Come back down, retest. 420 is the line in the sand that I don't want it to go down below. Retest of 30.35. I think there's too much energy for this right now. Very difficult to short this, but let's go with the trend here. And for one contract, might as well see if I can get in at 38, 35 perhaps. I only got filled one contract. Not a fan of that. Come retest 20. Get out. Something about this just tells me it's ready to unwind. But again, I don't want to catch a falling knife. I don't want to try to go long on a move that's been incredibly bearish. Midpoint, if we bounce off of midpoint, that's not the best. We can bounce off of here, but if we sell here, let's go. Don't want this to go back up here. You just don't. You want this to continue down. Make new lows from here off of midpoint right there, right below midpoint. Come back down. Test 14s, make a new low. You don't want to see this bounce back up here. So you don't. 30 is that line in the sand for me. Otherwise, we could potentially get back in at 35 or 40. But I think if we retest 35 again, I don't like my chances too much based on the number of times we've retested. So you want to see this make new lows. I think if we go down to 11 or 10, 411, 410, I'll put my stop to scratch. Let this ride out. There you go. You want to see this make new lows from here. You don't want to see this come bounce back up. If it does, then you're definitely getting scratched. Make new lows. Be aggressive. Markets don't like this right now. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Fuck it. I don't like the way it's bouncing up off of here. Would have almost got stopped out actually. Yikes. Big orders coming in here. This has to break. This has to break right here. Might not actually. I might get stopped off from this. Get in. Come on. Yeah. These traders are all trapped here. These traders are trapped, and I don't know if it's been absorbed yet
based on the volume, I don't know if it's all been absorbed yet. So what I mean by this is all these traders that are looking to sell late, especially these traders here, when price went back up, they should have been buying. A lot of them should have been buying if they were truly, truly trapped, right? And what ended up happening is we got a rejection off of here to come back down, but we got a rejection off of very low volume. So it's quite possible that some of these guys got trapped, they got out, and some big seller was here just absorbing some of these orders. They might come back and absorb again these orders. They might come back again and absorb these orders. But you won't know for sure. But clearly when the market moves down like this, it's a very heavy indication that um, we're trying to push for lows. I mean, this was quite a strong bar down. Like this was just straight down, and now we're barely reversing. So very possible that this person has more to sell. Some buying here. Could be trapped traders buying aggressively to get out. But if that absorption, some more buying will probably come up. I think we can test 35 again. 51 is also one rotation. 44. I like 40s. If we get filled, we get filled. It's just weird because the dollar is down and Nasdaq's falling with it. Just take a look at DXY. I don't think I have DXY data though. No, DXY is actually pretty up here. DXY's back.
Look at all these orders here. Right at the trend line here. And there's this trend line too. Very important. I think I'm marketing in too late. That's my problem. I'm marketing in way too late. I need to wait for a pullback. Then I need to go. I'm getting suckered into these moves, guys. I'm getting suckered into these moves. My mental's not straight. I had a bounce where the stop started, which is quite typical. Should have waited for this dip here, and then I should have just gone, and then I would have put a stop down below, but now my risk is way too wide. It's a very, very, very bad entry, guys. Don't do what I do. A bit frustrating, from my part at least. God damn, I gotta watch these videos back and just analyze the mistakes that I'm making here. Got in way too early. Now it's showing signs of weakness. Technically speaking, this should be a support. This rotation here should be support. This should have been my entry. See if we can go higher from here. Probably not. Just the way it just shows a lot of weakness at these levels. Massive volume right here. Below this is above this is bullish, below this is bearish. Massive volume. Let's see if we can actually make, higher highs off of this, or lower highs, I'd rather say. No, I don't like that. Frustrating trading, frustrating, and it's not even my analysis. I'm just trading like an ass. You guys can see it. Just trading like an absolute ass here. Let's not go on tilt. Take it easy, recognize. And I'll tell you one thing though, once I start to actually go with the trend, that's probably when the trend will end. No, it just looks nasty on the hourly. Starting to look nasty on the daily as well. There's just nothing here. Absolutely nothing. Nothing on the hourly. There's just nothing stopping this from falling. We missed the boat.
an easy sell at this point. For some reason, I just keep trying to catch a falling knife.
And it's like, how do you even get in on a trade like this? You just got to sit and wait. You don't want to chase a market like this. This was the opportunity, and this was the opportunity. I would say this was a much better opportunity. Right here. It was a clearer structure than this. I think this you could have gotten stopped out. But then you also could have gotten here at 12,500. When you saw the POC shift outside of the initial balance, this would have been a clear indication to go short. I must have missed this. So now you're building some structure here. You could go short at 1236, but then you also have volume over here, so 12,350, right? Because it can get dangerous in the sense that, like, you go above the midpoint here, you could potentially unwind a lot of this volume to go up here. Oh, it's pure capitulation, and I feel like a sucker for not being in on it. There's simply nothing to the left. The last time we traded here was back in July, end of July. POC still up here though. POC still within value. But I think it's just a matter of time before point of control shifts down. Just the amount of volume that we're building here, very, very, very close to the point of control here. In the sense that I think we're building a lot of volume here. This point of control could easily shift further down. Yeah, yeah. Set in the morning as well. I said in the morning a tight initial balance like this means we're gonna have a sort of breakout day. We broke the low of the week. Now I wonder if waiting for a pullback is even enough to go short. I think the structure here looks pretty interesting, but we've made such a big move that you wonder if the profit taking could result in a rally. I wonder, I don't think this would be the right entry to go short. I don't think personally, but hey, I've been making bad calls all morning, so. Big buying here though. I got in off of this big buying. I guess it was good resistance. Let's just wait. The point of control just shifted down. I took two great trades today morning, but this is an example of letting your winners run, letting your losers run way longer than your winners. In fact, my entry and exits on my winners were quite accurate, but I just didn't cut my losers early enough. And that's a prime example of not. If this is what happens when you don't cut your losers. Oh, obviously. So these guys potentially never even got their fill. Like they never even got out of their trades here. Looks bleak on a daily. Clear, clear, clear break of this downtrend. Wow, total capitulation. It's low volume here, though. Low volume. Take out 88. Fuck me, not my day. Expectation test back up. This point, you keep your tight stop for a pop up. You're gonna expect some losers here, but you get a big winner. I expect a pop up at least to here 300, and then we go above 303. So aggressive. So aggressive. I gotta scratch this. I don't want to take a loser off that one. Came back. It came down so quick, guys. So quick. All right, that's it for me. I think I'm gonna have to call it a day. Took a few trades. Couple of losers, couple of winners. The losers were a lot bigger than the winners. Rule number one: don't let your losers be bigger than your winners. We come back tomorrow. We come back with a fresh mind. I might come back later, stream tonight, to do a live review of these trades. But on days like today, like what is there to review? Just go short. You know where you were wrong. You know where you were wrong. You know where you could have gone short. We even analyzed it. Bad day mentally, but it's okay. We still have those funded accounts. We are not down too badly. We just chalk this one up to a bad day and we come back to more fresh. Take it easy, guys.